Hello Reformers and welcome back to Pendor. Now I may be speaking a little bit quieter than normal because it is once again very late and I haven't had an opportunity to record yet, so yeah, if you are put off by that then I do apologize, but well, you know how it is. If you're living in close quarters with other people, you have to be a little bit considerate of them and you cannot make too much noise. So with that, we are looking at the faction relations screen, and there is a very good reason for that. As you can see, the NOLDOR are at 0 for us, which is absolutely fine. Now you may be thinking, oh, that means you're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing, technically, a little bit of NOLDOR fighting. Well, that's the thing, I actually can't right now, because the Sarlian vassals are invading the Ravenstone territories, and I'm not particularly happy about that, mainly because I can then not count on the Sarlian vassals to be in their territory, next to Laria, for example, next to the NOLDOR woods, and I can't lure them into the forests. I've actually tried a little bit of that, but it hasn't really worked out too well, so I'm thinking it would be a nice idea to try and get some honor rating. So what we're going to do is we're going to just roam around a little bit. As you can see, I've already found some ne'er-do-wells, shall we say, who are attempting to raid this poor village. And they don't deserve it, do they? No, these villagers are completely harmless. Just like the Tea and Biscuit Savior that is actually still alive. This guy has survived, I don't even know. I think he survived, I don't even know. I don't even know. Actually, countless battles. So, you know what's going to happen now? Yeah, because I've mentioned that he survived so many times, I have a bad feeling that he's probably going to die in this particular bout. So, let's see if that happens. But yeah, I'm a little bit actually worried about... Did you see his first sentence there? Oh, that was hilarious. Anyway, yeah. This is not maybe going to be too good because we have mostly cavalry and this is a village defense, quote-unquote, so we're obviously going to have a bit of maybe unmounted combat, which I'm not particularly happy about. But yeah, did you see his first sentence there? He said, "Be brief, Bane of Bread," and I was just like, okay, someone's a fan of alliteration apparently? Oh yeah, okay, well, never mind. "Oh, I have been looking forward to meeting you again, trickster. Your shifty little ruses will not deceive me a second time." Oh, well, your beard says otherwise, sir. Yes, your beard says otherwise. Anyway, let's do what we can against him. He has 186, but that's okay. I think that's absolutely fine. Oh, it doesn't seem like we are actually in the village. Okay, I expected us to be on the village grounds, actually, you know, defending the villagers and amongst the villagers. So I'm pretty happy with this, actually. So let's tell everyone to hold position here, with the exception of the archers, who are, of course, going to pull back a little bit, make sure that they are a little bit protected. I only have 23 of those. You know, we've shifted rather considerably into more of a cavalry-centric army, and yeah, I think that's absolutely fine to do because, in general, Pendor is a very difficult mod and cavalry are some of the best units that you can acquire, and obviously that's going to mean that you have a bit more of an advantage some of the time in field battles. Obviously, maybe not so much in sieges, dependent on the quality of your cavalry, of course, because if you have cavalry that are mostly polearm users, then they may not have shields, and it may turn up to be a little bit weaker than going for like heavy infantry or something like that. But as it stands, it seems like we are having a couple of difficulties, so I'm going to tell my archers to move my infantry to the front here as well. And I'm actually going to tell my cavalry to follow me. Yeah, advanced tactics. Of course, I am absolutely sarcastic there. It's not really advanced, but For me, I'm doing a little bit of extracurricular movement here. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give the impression to the enemy forces that, you know, the cavalry has just left. They've just deserted. They've just absolutely deserted our army, and we're going to swing around and see what happens here. Now, as you can see, some of the cavalry has actually dismounted, which I'm not really happy about, but if we walk all the way around here, and we see what we can do. I'm actually just gonna charge him in. I'm just gonna charge him in right now. Let's go straight on in there. I mean, I do know that they're probably gonna get killed or massacred, more like, by the halberdiers, but I think this is a good idea to just go for it right now, because these guys are being a little bit caught unawares. Ooh, they have Pendor Black Archers. That's not very nice. That is not very nice at all. I'm going to see what I can do about those Pendor Black Archers, because they are obviously very dangerous. Well, not in melee, but... Oh, did you see that damage? Wow, that was insane. Okay, I'm not particularly happy about this guy. That's a halberdier for you. Definitely don't want to get killed, thank you very much. Okay, so have I told my infantry to charge in here? Did I really get killed by a Salian man-at-arms? Seems like I did. That's a real shame. Okay, so, wow, we lost so many units in such a short amount of time, didn't we? But I suppose we have eliminated 46 of them. Is it a good idea for me to retreat and actually just come back at another time? Because it seems like we are being outdone here. I think it's probably because we did actually take them over the hill, and I feel as though that probably prevented most of our archers from getting a good line of sight. But as you can see, we're actually mopping them up quite nicely, but I was not expecting us to lose so many units in the initial charge. But again, we are fighting against Salian, and Salian obviously do specialize. No, the Pilgrim has been killed. Okay, well, yeah, isn't that rather hilarious? I said before the battle that he survived so many battles. I think he's actually survived, I don't even know, 15 battles, 10, 15 battles, I don't know. But he really is the linchpin of our army. He is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, I say is, but now it's a was, isn't it? Because he's no longer with us. He's no longer with us. R.I.P. in peace. Yeah, if you get that, then obviously that's a joke. But anyway, some of you may not, which is rather amusing. Anyway, okay, I think I'm probably going to retreat right here. I know that Sir Jocelyn's going to be upset, but I feel like this is necessary, to be honest, because we have 44 against 91, and the main reason why I'm doing it is because I want to level up these adventurers. I actually found 5 adventurers in the nearby tavern at... where was it now? In Ravenstone. Yeah, there you go. Found it in Ravenstone, so that's pretty good. And how many halberdiers do they have left? They have none. There's 1. They only have 1 left. This guy does have 10 Pendor Black Archers, however, so that's obviously going to be a bit tricky to deal with, but I feel like we should be able to attain victory here. Obviously, the main reason why I retreated was to get Beartilde back on his feet. So let's see what we can do about it once more. I really just want to get that honor. Oh yeah, there is actually a better way as well to get honor, and that is to purge various villages of bandits. And one of you did mention that in the comments of one of the previous videos, so thank you very much for that, because obviously that's going to help us out quite a bit to be able to join a knighthood order. I'd very much like to do that sooner rather than later, but you never know. Maybe there's going to be something that will delay me, like hunting a Qualis gem or something. But yeah, obviously hunting a Qualis gem will require me to, well, defeat a unique spawn, and as we know, unique spawns are very, very elusive, unless they want to eat your face, which is usually the case nowadays, because I think they've actually made... Have the developers made the unique spawns even more difficult than they used to be? I'm actually unsure about that. I think, in general, they've always been very difficult, but I think they may have refined them a little bit over the years. I'm going to see if I can force them to charge. Ah, really? I wasn't even able to destroy his shield. I am extremely sad about that. Okay, so these guys are obviously following me. Ooh, now that they have no halberdiers, this is probably going to be an extremely effective charge. So I'm going to try and see if I can just charge into that guy. I destroyed a shield, so that's fine. Now we can just deal as much damage as possible. I'm probably going to try and take out the Pendor Black Archers. They do have some. They do have some left. I'm not particularly happy about them. There we go. We took out 1. Maybe I can kill a couple more. I would very much like to do that. Obviously, we're going to lose a couple of units here, as to be expected, but I'm hopeful that I will not die this time. Or yes, I will, because I got stuck by the only Salian halberdier left. Really? Really? That would happen to me, wouldn't it? That literally would happen to me, that I get stuck by the only Salian halberdier. That is absolutely awful, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. Okay, So we've killed 22 of them, so I suppose that's okay, but I have a feeling that we're probably going to have to retreat again, which is really not something I wanted to do. I really did not want to do that, but it seems like we're going to have to. And I'm going to come back with increased vigor. Well, it seems I'm actually getting a little bit lucky here. I once found some maiden warders, and I think there was 7 of those, and now I've also found 2 adventurers, which is always a nice bonus. Now, the reason I'm actually cutting in here is mainly because we do have... Oh, hello there. Barclay Lancers. Oh, well, that's actually a pretty good bout of luck there. I was actually not anticipating getting anything from this guy, but yeah, I'm certainly going to take 7 of those guys off your hands. Thank you very much. But yeah, I have to report a little bit of sadness, actually, and that is that the Kingdom of Sarlian has made peace with the Kingdom of Ravenstern, so obviously we are no longer at war against anyone, and we will be unable to fight them yet again, which is actually kind of sad, because I was almost ready, basically, to fight those vassals again, and yeah, oh well. It's just the way it goes, I suppose. But yeah, we're currently at the town of Marlians. And I thought to myself, okay, gonna go around to all the taverns, gonna try and find as many, you know, maiden units and adventurers as possible. And it seems like we may have just stumbled upon a tournament. I'm probably gonna do this, or I'm gonna do it during the day, actually, when that's, you know, when that's ready. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the tournament, and I will show you probably the last 3 or last 2 rounds. I'm not going to go, you know, showing you the whole thing, because we've seen tournaments before. I know some of you like them, some of you don't like them, but I'm going to do a little bit of a compromise there, and otherwise, hopefully, we'll be able to maybe purge some villages of bandits, because that will be the other way to gain honor, and I think that's a nice way to go about it. Alright, so yeah, it's actually been extremely difficult to get to this stage of the tournament. I've just bet on myself once again. There are many champion fighters, hero adventurers, and all manners of other rather high-tier units here, so I felt like it might be an idea to sort of come back into this, because all of the rounds have been pretty intense so far, and I kind of thought, well, it might be nice to show you what I've been going through here. Hilariously enough, this is actually one of the easiest rounds I've ever had, because I actually got stuck with a 2-handed sword in every single round until this one, and as you know, I have a pretty high one-handed weapon proficiency, so it's really easy to win with that. But with a 2-handed, it's much more difficult, so now they're giving me the easy mode options, which is actually a bit weird. Not entirely sure how that was happening, but okay, that's absolutely fine. I guess I can just deal as much damage as possible to this guy, and I was hoping to do some damage to them as well, but no. Oh no, never mind. Seems I don't even need to worry about that. Can just stop that guy in his tracks, and then we can just kill him. Take him off his horse. Come on, mercenary horseman, or whatever your name is. It seems like you're having a bit of a problem. Are you dead? No, he's not dead, but he's having a problem. He's unconscious. Yes, he is. There you go. It's actually extremely easy to take these guys out when you have not a 2-handed, a 1-handed sword. And I think this is the final round, actually. Yeah, 2 participants remaining. Fight in the next round. Alright, so what am I going to get? I'm going to get a 1-handed sword. Alright, so this is going to be pretty easy then, I suppose. I mean, I basically just have to take him off his horse. Don't even really need to do that. I mean, I could just basically attack him because we are... Yep, there you go. Because we have a much faster weapon. That's basically the only thing that determines whether you win that or not. But there you go, 20 renown, relation, etc. It's absolutely fantastic, huge amounts of money, and I'm still trying to check for crossbows, because you never know when you may find the maiden crossbow. I think it's extremely rare. But yeah, otherwise I've sold a bunch of stuff in our inventory here. We have a huge amount of money right now, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get even more. But now I think we should probably go and hunt for some bandit infestations. And if you don't think that that's a very exciting way to spend time, then, well, I do apologize, but, well, that's just how Pendor is. You do need to make a couple of advancements in increasing your stats and so on and so forth. If you're a fan of Nova Eatus, then obviously this will come as no surprise to you that a little bit of grinding is actually needed and necessary, and if you're like me and you don't really have that much time, then it's very difficult to do off-screen work. So hopefully you'll forgive me for including some of it on screen for once. It may actually be something a little bit better than improving our honor, and that is improving our NOLDOR relation. Now, Lord Decimus has less units than the NOLDOR, but he thought that he could take them, apparently, so we're going to rush to the aid of the NOLDOR house, of course. Now, this is down in Empire lands, just so you know. And I was actually checking all of the villages from Ravenstern, swooping around, going through Jatu lands, and then ending up here. And now, it seems like that has not paid off in terms of infested villages at all. I've gone to each village in turn, and there have been no infestations to speak of. Now, obviously, when you purge an infestation, you can obviously take a reward of about 300 dinars or something, and if you decline it, then obviously you gain a little bit of honor. So I was trying to do that, but failing pretty badly, unfortunately. So it seems like we're just going to have to wait and bide our time for some point in the future when we might actually be able to, you know, clear some infestations, because apparently that is the quickest and easiest way to do it, according to you in the comments. So I was trying, but obviously it didn't really work out too well for me. So that's a bit of a shame. But anyway, let's see what we can do against these Empire Vassal... This Empire Vassal, not these, because obviously there's only one. But yeah, it's actually going to be extremely easy. If I can just get my forces out of the way of the NOLDOR, then I think they can basically just take care of themselves. I am going to think about doing some kind of cavalry maneuver here, because we do have, 21 cavalry on the fields of battle, so I suppose we might want to use them a little bit. And it seems like the NOLDOR are actually listening to me, which is amazing. So let's just charge in our cavalry from here, see if I can do a little bit of a stabby. There we go. A little bit of a stabby, not too much. And then see if I can actually kill this guy, because he's obviously going to be quite annoying. He is the vassal in turn, I believe, isn't he? Yep, that is... yes, he is the vassal. Terribly sorry, Lord Decimus. I'm sure you're not very happy with me right now, but it's okay, because Anson advanced to level 13. Which is what we want to see, isn't it? We definitely want to see Anson and all of our companions level up at a pretty reasonable rate. And it's nice to see them actually getting kills for once. Oh, he's actually gotten a double kill, I believe. Maybe even a triple kill that I missed, but seems like Anson's becoming quite a sturdy fighter. Which I do like quite a bit. Now, hilariously enough, no casualties with the exception of the maiden adventurer, but obviously that is to be expected because NOLDOR. NOLDOR, that is basically all you need to know. But there you go, NOLDOR relation has increased from 0 to 4. And I'm very much hoping that we might be able to get another one of these vassals in combat. Ooh, we can actually take him prisoner, but I am thinking I'm going to let him go, because if we let him go, we'll gain a little bit of relation back with the Empire, so they'll be less likely to attack us, I guess. And also, I believe we get honor as well. There you go. Oh, no, actually, we don't... Oh, that's a shame. We don't actually get relation with the Empire. We get relation with him only, so I suppose that's fine. But, yeah, the honor is, I guess, okay. So, yeah, my beleaguered groans are mainly because I don't really like the snake cult units. I think they're fine, but I don't personally go out of my way to find them, obviously. Now, do the refugees level up into anything? Yeah, they do, but I really need a pilgrim. I really need a pilgrim. Need one to replace the pilgrim that we lost. So, unfortunately, there wasn't anything, but there is various loot, so I'm going to take that. Okay, so now this is when it gets a little bit silly. Now, the same exact NOLDOR House of Warriors, what they did was they kind of played exactly like a player would. They basically baited this vassal from the group of vassals. There was about 4 vassals in the area from the Empire, and they were just dancing around and seeing whether they could trap the NOLDOR house. But what happened was 3 of them just were like, screw this, we're gonna move on and go somewhere else. And Justice Darks, who is the one right here, he decided to be a little bit more stubborn, and he is now attacking them. So we're going to rush to the aid of the NOLDOR here. We have 135 against 152. I feel as though this is going to be a little bit closer than the previous one. We're probably going to lose a couple of units, but I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad to help out the NOLDOR, get a little bit more relation with them. And bear in mind, I believe there is actually something, there is another book. As far as I'm aware, there is another book. I think there's another book you can buy from Quigfen. Is it another book that you can buy from Quigfen? I know that someone left a comment stating that there is another Noldor relation book in Laria. It could be a hidden chest, or it could be that I have to speak to Quigfen. I can't remember exactly, but hopefully you'll let me know again, or I'll just search up the comment or something, because I'm sure it shouldn't be too difficult to find. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing to have Noldor warriors under your command. I mean, as you can see, I mean, just look at them. They are sheer insanity. They are so good that I don't even know. They're just amazing, and I'm really pleased that we actually have the opportunity to command them ourselves. But let's have a look. How are we doing? Okay, well, we've killed 19 of them so far, and I suppose we're just going to allow the Noldor to shoot as much as possible, and then we're going to tell everyone to charge in. I'm going to try and kill this guy before he kills me, thank you very much. Oh, never mind. Don't really need the help. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really need the help, because the Noldor can just literally destroy everything in their path. Let's try and kill that pikeman before our cavalry charge in. Thank you very much. Alright, so yeah, some of these guys actually do have some pretty decent pike skills, so I'm pretty... I'm not particularly happy about that, but it's okay, as you can see by the streaming death that is currently happening to these Empire units. They are not happy at all. They even have Empire Mortals, which is actually pretty good. Oh, well. Yes, I actually hope that some of you stayed after I did give you that warning that I was just going to go around purging villages, because obviously we're not actually purging villages right now, are we? No, we're actually doing something a lot more exciting. But yeah, hopefully those of you that got put off by that, I don't know whether I'm happy that you're missing it, because, I don't know, it's kind of a shame that you are, if you did turn off. But for those of you that stayed, thank you very much. I do appreciate that, because, you know, it's nice for us to actually experience this kind of thing together, because, mark my words, there are those, you know, those really special comments that go, why aren't you helping the Noldor? I'm sure in the next episode it's going to be like that. If I don't say anything about it in the next episode, I'm pretty sure someone's going to be like, why aren't you helping the Noldor? I haven't seen you help the Noldor at all. And it's most likely because I gave that warning, isn't it? So it's kind of my own fault. Oh well, never mind. So I guess we just have to take these last remaining stragglers out, and then we will be victorious. Are we losing a couple of our own units? Yeah, we lost one. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. I don't really mind losing one here and there. Losing a bunch? Ooh, yeah, there you go. An Empire Immortal, thank you very much. Ouch. That has gotta hurt. That has gotta hurt. Okay, so I do have 8 infantry. It might be a good idea to actually tell them to charge in, because they are very far away right now from us. So I'm not particularly happy with that, but yes, the Empire Immortal is being quite annoying. Where is the Empire Immortal? Oh, there he is. Okay, never mind. I thought it was just another Empire Knight, because they look relatively similar. As far as I'm aware, their helmets are relatively similar, or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But 13 kills, and in this respect, it's not unlucky. Not unlucky for us right now. But we are getting some really nice renown gains from this too. So yeah, I'm happy with that. 2 deaths, and we killed absolutely everyone on the enemy side. As you can see, we now have an additional 4 for the Noldor, and we can tell this guy that we don't want to take him prisoner, and we can capture one of our enemies. Thank you very much. So otherwise, I'm not going to be taking anything here. I personally don't feel the need to. There are a couple of our people that are taking some things, so that's absolutely fine. They can do that. They are obviously getting a little bit better overall, and as you can see, we do have those 3 running off in the opposite direction, and we are helping this band of 50 Noldor, which is absolutely hilarious. I really do like helping the Noldor, because it's really fun to see them in action. Anyway, I think that will be it. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.